To political analyst Jeyson J. Smart, who joins us live from Chicago. Thank you for being with us on the program. Now, looking back to a year ago in February of 2022, when Russia launched this war, they launched this war saying that they did not want NATO along its border. Now, fast forward to today, we're seeing the opposite of that happen with Sweden being accepted into the alliance.
Yeah, the fact is that Russia's false pretense of this war, that it was necessary to prevent NATO from entering Ukraine and being closer to Russia, we see is patently false. Sweden is now in the alliance, and there's no problem. Russia's really not complaining much about it with empty words. But we see that really there was never a threat of NATO for Russia. That was just an excuse to launch an invasion of Ukraine.
Do you think Zeleenskyy was content with the outcome of the NATO summit? Do you think that he walked away with the requests that he had made going into the summit?
Zelensky himself said that he was satisfied, that it did work out well for Ukraine, and he was happy that he had the results that he had sought for. I mean, obviously, Ukraine did not get NATO membership, which is a long-term goal. But, short of that, which nobody was expecting, really, yes, he did get everything he wanted, whether it was promise of further assistance, plans to one day join NATO, as well as the G7 countries committing to helping Ukraine further to promote its security interest.
Right, and turning to Lavrov's recent statement where he said any F-16s provided by the West to Ukraine will be treated as a nuclear threat. What do you make of that statement?
I think it's comical. I mean, the fact is that Lavrov has said many things like this over the years, and we see that has no meaning. The fact is that the Russian government has no ability to respond to something like this. What could they possibly think to do? Threaten NATO? We know that it's an empty threat. It's just words that mean nothing. And this is what Moscow has become, is continuously making threats like this, saber rattling. The fact is, if the Western countries, that is the NATO countries, choose to give Ukraine F-16s, that is well within their right to do so. And a third country like Moscow has absolutely no right to even issue their opinion, I think is absurd, because nobody asked for their opinion.
All right, political analyst Jeyson J. Smart, thank you for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that analysis with us.